Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on the tech that makes AI chatbots like ChatGPT feel like, well, magic. We're going to demystify the whole thing and see exactly what's happening from the second you type your question to the moment that answer starts appearing on your screen. So let's follow one single prompt on its amazing journey, from your keyboard, deep into the AI's core, and all the way back. It all boils down to this, right? You type something in, hit enter, and almost instantly this incredibly detailed, coherent answer starts to form. But how? It's not magic, I promise. It's a really fascinating step-by-step process. And in this explainer, that's the journey we're going to follow, from start to finish. Okay, so to really get how this all works, we first need to get the lay of the land. We're going to start with the big picture and then zoom in, layer by layer, until we see exactly what makes these models tick.
First up, you've got artificial intelligence, or AI. Just think of this as the whole universe of making machines smart, from a computer that can master chess to a self-driving car, and, of course, to an AI that can understand human language. It's the big umbrella over everything.
Now, inside that AI universe, we find machine learning. And this is where things get really cool. See, instead of a programmer writing out explicit rules for every single possible scenario, we just let the machine learn directly from tons and tons of data. It's all about teaching it to spot patterns on its own.
Let's go one level deeper now, to deep learning. This uses these really complex structures called neural networks, which are loosely, and I mean loosely, inspired by the trillions of connections in our own brains. And because these networks have so many layers, they can learn these incredibly complex, subtle patterns from absolutely massive datasets. We're talking huge chunks of the internet here.
And that finally brings us to the star of today's show, the large language model, or LLM. An LLM is a very specific type of deep learning model that has been trained on a truly mind-boggling amount of text, and its one job? To understand and generate human language. This right here is the engine that powers ChatGPT.
Okay, now that we've got our bearings, let's follow a real prompt as it actually enters the system. This is where your words start to transform from human language into something a machine can understand.
For this entire explainer, we're going to use this prompt as our guide. Explain Java performance optimization techniques. It's a pretty standard technical question, which makes it absolutely perfect for seeing how an LLM breaks it all down.
The very first thing that happens is something called tokenization. See, the model can't just read a whole sentence. Instead, it has to break our prompt down into smaller chunks, or tokens. Think of it like chopping up vegetables before you start cooking. These can be whole words or sometimes just parts of words. Modern models are really clever about this, which helps them handle rare or new words without having a dictionary the size of a planet. And you can see it right here. Our prompt gets split into these tokens, but the machine, it doesn't understand Java or performance. It only speaks one language, numbers. So each of those tokens gets mapped to a unique ID from the model's massive vocabulary. This is that first crucial step of translating our language into the machine's.
But just a single ID number isn't nearly enough to capture what a word actually means. So each of those IDs is then converted into a really rich numerical profile we call an embedding. Now don't just think of it as a single number, but a whole long list of numbers, like coordinates that pinpoint the word's meaning on a really complex map. This is where the model starts to get not just what the word is, but what it means in context.
Okay, so our prompt is now a sequence of these numerical vectors. It's finally ready to enter the heart of the LLM, the transformer. This is the part where the model really figures out what we're actually asking.
So you can imagine all these embedding vectors living inside this huge, multidimensional map of meaning, a concept we call vector space. In this space, location is everything. Words that have similar meanings are positioned close together, kind of like neighbors in a city.
And this is a perfect way to picture it. In this giant meaning map, the vector for king would be super close to the vector for queen. In fact, the model learns these relationships so well that the distance and direction from man to king is almost identical to the one from woman to queen. Meanwhile, totally unrelated things like car and banana are miles apart. This spatial relationship is literally how the model understands context.
So how does it use this map to understand our specific prompt? Well, the secret sauce of the transformer is something called the attention mechanism. This lets the model look at our whole prompt, explain Java performance optimization techniques, and figure out which words are most important to which other words. It learns to pay more attention to the powerful link between Java and performance, for instance. This is how it deciphers the real intent behind our query.
So the model has taken our prompt, it's turned it into numbers, and it's used attention to understand the context. Now it's time to actually build the answer. And this doesn't happen all at once. It happens token by token.
And this right here is probably the single most important thing to get. An LLM doesn't think or know things like a person does. It is an incredibly sophisticated probability engine. Based on your prompt and all the patterns it's learned, its one fundamental job is to predict the next most likely token in a sequence. And this all happens in a loop. After understanding our prompt, the model calculates the probability for every single token in its vocabulary to come next. For our prompt, maybe the most likely first token is Java. It generates that token, adds it to the sequence, and then the whole process starts over. Now the context is explain Java, techniques, Java, and it predicts the next token after that.
This process of generating a token and then immediately feeding it back in as new context is called auto-regression. Auto because it's literally feeding itself. The model just repeats this loop, predict, add, reevaluate, repeat, over and over again, building the response one tiny piece at a time until it finally generates a special stop token or just hits its length limit.
And just like that, the journey's over. Let's take a quick step back and look at the entire pipeline from start to finish just to make sure it all clicks into place.
So here it is, the whole journey, from a thought in your head to text on the screen. It starts with your prompt. That text is immediately tokenized and converted into numerical embeddings, the language of the machine. The transformer's attention mechanism then figures out the context, understanding the relationships between your words. And finally, the model kicks into that prediction loop, statistically guessing the next best token, again and again until the complete response is built and streamed right back to you.
So, what are the big things to remember here? First, LLMs are incredible statistical pattern matchers. They are not conscious beings. Second, everything, and I mean everything, starts by turning our language into numbers. Third, that attention mechanism is the absolute key to understanding context. And finally, those amazing, intelligent-sounding responses are built one statistical guess at a time.
And all of this leaves us with one last, pretty fascinating question. If this whole process is really just sophisticated pattern matching, just predicting the next most probable word, then where does the creativity come from? The poetry, the new ideas, the problem-solving? Is it some kind of emerging intelligence, or is it just an absolutely incredible illusion? Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.